Good morning. It's 9:30. We're going to call the October 14th, 2025 meeting of the Mill Creek Township Board of Supervisors to order. Would you please rise for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Supervisor Clear will be joining us via phone for this meeting. I'm going to move on to item 3 on the agenda, which is public comment on agenda items other than development or rezoning applications.
I just want to, could you tell me what 9 and 10 are about? That's all. Tobacco agreement, is that insurance thing?
Thank you.
I know we had an agreement elsewhere. I'm just curious. Against smoking.
The tobacco agreement is an agreement with the police department and a company that's been hired by the Pennsylvania Department of Health to do inspections of places that sell tobacco. Inspections of places that sell tobacco to make sure they're not selling to minors.
I thought it might have been with employee benefits.
Yeah, no.
So what's
And the second one is Diane Lyons, who's our current HR manager, is looking to retire, and she was looking for clarification on a post-retirement benefit that's offered to union employees. It's been the practice of the township to provide managers with that same type of benefit, so that's what that is.
Thank you. I'm just pro-union, so just to clarify.
Thank you. Item 4 on the agenda is approval of minutes from the September 23rd, 2025 regular meeting. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Item 5 is approval of the bills. Is there a motion to approve the bills?
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Item 6 is new and amended ordinances under review. Attorney Shaw?
Yes, we are continuing to review the revisions to the subdivision land development ordinance as well as the fines and penalties update.
Thank you. Item 7, Resolution 2025 R38, a resolution pursuant to Resolution 2015 R20 and the Municipal Records Manual to approve the proposed disposition of certain township records. Attorney Shaw.
Yes, before you is a resolution to approve the disposal of certain municipal records maintained by the police department that are reaching the end of their retention period under the Municipal Records Manual. The police department records to be disposed of include MVR BWC footage that includes test recordings through 8/13/25, traffic stops through 7/13/25, incident only in special circumstances through 10/13/23, and case report, arrest report, SRR unknown type through 10/13 of 2005. My recommendation would be to approve the disposal of these records.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the disposition?
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Moving on to item 8, bids and quotations. The first one is a new copier for the administration department. Ms. Page?
Yes, the Administration Department is seeking a retroactive approval for an emergency purchase of a 2025 Toshiba eStudio 5525 copier printer scanner machine located in the administrative offices from Hagen Business Machines in the amount of $10,000. The old copier was close to 10 years old and on Tuesday, September 30th, completely stopped working. Over the past year, different departments would break and the repair parts had become obsolete and could not be repaired any longer. This item will come from the admin capital budget And even though this is an unbudgeted item, there was money available in the admin budget due to a different project for scanning software and a server that is not going to come to fruition in 2025. Along with this purchase will also be a 3-year maintenance contract.
Okay, thank you. Any comments or questions for Ms. Page? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
And I have a second?
It's been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Next item is the sale of retired township vehicles from admin. Attorney, or Mrs. Clear, will you handle this one?
Actually, would you be able to handle this for me?
I can handle it. Dan, maybe it's easier to hear.
Okay,
here.
this sounds good.
Yeah, this just continues our willingness to provide school districts with decommissioned MPD vehicles. And we've provided Mill Creek with one, I believe Northwestern, and Fairview and Girard have each requested to purchase a retired police vehicle to be used by their school security officers. Most of the school districts now are having full-time school security officers or school police officers, and from time to time they're in need of vehicles to use through their course of the duties. So we have some cars that have been decommissioned, and we're going to be selling these vehicles to Fairview and Girard respectively for $1 a piece. They are older vehicles with high mileage, but due to our mechanics' ability to maintain them, they've been kept in good shape, good mechanical shape, serviced regularly. Girard and Fairview have reached out, and 2 have become available. One is a 2015 Ford Explorer utility, and one is a 2016 Ford. I believe the one mileage, the one has like 115,000 and one has 140-some thousand miles on it. So if there's any questions from anybody, I can try to answer that. Or
I don't have any.
okay. I'd like to make a motion to approve the sale of these 2 decommissioned vehicles to the respective school districts.
And I have a second. Thank you very much, Jim.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to sell the retired township police vehicles to Fairview and Girard. I'll call for a vote. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Next 3 items on the agenda are for pipelining and electrical service for Public Works. Mr. Puda.
Thank you and good morning. The Public Works Department is seeking approval to line 92 lineal feet of 42-inch storm sewer pipe on Timber Ridge Drive, which is in need of repair. A quote was received from Insight Pipe Contracting for the price of $66,516 under CoStar contract number 16. Funding for this pipelining will come from the Street Department pipelining line item of the capital budget. Second request from the Public Works Department is seeking approval to line 140 lineal feet of 15-inch storm sewer pipe between Bondi Drive and Edgevale Drive, which is in need of repair. Quote was received from Insight Pipe Contracting for the price of $17,262 under CoStar contract number 16. Funding for this pipelining will come from the Street Department pipelining line item of the capital budget. The last request is from the Sewer Department, requesting payment to Penelec for the installation of a new 3-phase electrical line extension to serve the proposed new Shore Haven lift station, as the current power supply in the area is not enough to handle our future needs. The quote was received from First Energy for the price of $37,689.54 to install this new service. Funding for this line extension is to come from the Shore Haven Station upgrade line item of the Sewer Revenue Fund's capital budget. I recommend approval of all 3 of these requests.
Okay, thank you. Any comments or questions from the board for Mr. Puda?
I'll make a motion to approve all three of those requests.
And I will second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Item 9 is the tobacco enforcement agreement from Adagio Health. Attorney Shaw?
Yes. The Township Police Department has historically assisted with tobacco compliance checks in various retail establishments. The department was approached by Adagio Health, the primary contractor, who was awarded a contract from the Pennsylvania Department of Health to provide a comprehensive tobacco control program in the Northwest region, to have the department continue assisting as a subcontractor in tobacco compliance checks in various retail establishments. The term of the agreement is from July 1 of 25 to June 30 of 26, and under the contract, the township will receive up to $3,000 for tobacco compliance inspections. My recommendation would be to approve this agreement.
Thank you. Any comments or questions for Attorney Shaw? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Item 10 is an agreement regarding retirement and post-employment health care benefits. Attorney Shaw?
Yes, before you is an agreement between the township and Diane Lyons, the township's HR manager. Mrs. Lyons has announced her intent to retire, and the purpose of this agreement is to confirm her post-employment health care benefits. Mrs. Lyons is a non-bargained employee, and the township has in the past provided non-bargained employees hired prior to December 31, 2017, certain post-employment health care benefits consistent with those set forth in the AFSCME collective bargaining agreements. The agreement provides that for employees hired prior to December 31 of 2017, the employer will provide to each retired employee who is eligible to receive pension benefits under the pension plan and who has accumulated 15 full years of service, and provided the employee is age 55 or older when leaving the township, that upon reaching the age of 62, the prevailing hospitalization program for active employees, as amended from time to time, would apply. This benefit would end upon the employee becoming eligible for Medicare for any reason. Hospitalization and prescription coverage would include family coverage at no cost to the employee. Vision and dental programs are excluded. Mrs. Lyons' official retirement date then will be September 8th of 2026. My recommendation would be to approve this agreement.
Thank you. Any comments or questions for Attorney Shaw? Is there a motion to approve this agreement?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Item 11 is a...
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, ma'am.
can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm at a conference and I finally found an absolutely quiet place, so I apologize. I just wanted to say that we are very, very sad to see Ms. Lyons go. So happy for her that she is able to retire. And we're not sure what we're going to do without her next year, but we have her for a year, so, well, almost a year. But she's done a fantastic job in Mill Creek Township, and she has dedicated so many hours and years of her life here, and we are so appreciative of everything that she's done and continues to do.
Thank you, Ms. Clear. I'm sure I know the board mirrors that comment. Item 11 is a financial security release request for the Kozik Clark Office Building. SNC Family Developer. Mr. Rodemeyer.
Yes, good morning. Yes, the owner has requested a financial security release for the amount of $133,716. There is some remaining work to do on that project. There are 30 shrubs remaining, and based upon that amount, we would be recommending just reducing the amount of financial security for the amount of those shrubs, the remaining work, and then the 10% contingency. So the recommendation would be to reduce that financial security to the amount of $825.
Okay, thank you. Any comments or questions for Mr. Rodemeyer?
No.
Is there a motion to approve as described?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
I vote yes. Item 12 is a stormwater management operations and maintenance agreement, 4721 Sterretania. Michael and Karen Kaluzny, developer. Mr. Rodemeyer.
Yes, this is for an individual residential property, as indicated at 4721 Sterretania Road. The plans have been reviewed, and the operation and maintenance agreement have been signed, and we are recommending approval and signature of the operation and maintenance agreement.
Okay, thank you. Any comments or questions? Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Item 13 is stormwater management and maintenance agreements, first for Waldemere Park and Water World, and then 5942 Peach, Mihar Afros Real Estate LLC developer. You want to handle these individually or together?
I think together they're the same.
Okay.
Yeah, both are, essentially commercial properties, not individual residentials, as this last one indicated. Both projects have been reviewed and have been approved. Recommendation from GPI. So the engineering department are recommending the approval of these stormwater management agreements for Waldemere Park and the property at 5942 Peach Street.
Okay, thank you. Any comments or questions for Mr. Rodemeyer? Not, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
And I vote yes. We have a sidewalk deferral request, 5942 Peach. Mr. Rodemeyer.
Yes, this goes in conjunction with the stormwater project at 5942 Peach Street. It is the recommendation of the zoning development officer to approve the sidewalk deferral at this time.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the sidewalk deferral?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay, moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
No.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Item 15 is a tax assessment settlement agreement. I guess there's more than one, right? Attorney Shaw.
Yes, the first one involves a property we discussed at the last meeting. It's a tax assessment appeal located at 1115 St. Mary Drive, tax ID number 33164-619.0-307. In this case, the Board of Tax Assessment Appeals had assessed the value at $883,500. The property owner filed an appeal on October 13 of 2020. The tax years at issue are 2021 through 2026. Subsequent to our meeting, the school district reached out to us and advised us that the numbers that they had included in the prior document were incorrect and have provided us with corrected numbers. So those corrected numbers reflect assessed values from 2021 through 2026, starting at $722,425 and going downward to $585,310 in 2026. We recommend approving this amended settlement pursuant to the standard settlement agreement entered into in these cases, and request that you authorize the Solicitor's Office to execute this settlement agreement.
Okay, any comments or questions for Attorney Shaw? If not, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Moving on to communications, Treasurer.
I'm sorry, there was one more.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yes, go ahead. Sorry.
The next one is Walmart Real Estate Business Trust, owns real property located at 5350 West Ridge Road, identified as Erie County Tax ID number 33041-230-001-202. Walmart filed a tax assessment appeal in 2023 challenging the property's assessed value. The parties have reached a settlement on the property's assessed value for all tax years at issue, which are the 2024 and 2025 tax year. So the assessed value on those properties will be $5,048,000 for '24 and $4,648,000 for 2025. We would recommend approving this settlement pursuant to the standard settlement agreement entered into these cases and request that you authorize the Solicitor's Office to execute the settlement agreement.
Okay, any comments or questions for Attorney Shaw regarding the Walmart agreement?
I have a quick question here. Is it common for the assessed value to decrease over time? Or
Yeah, it's not uncommon.
not uncommon?
As part of the settlement, they'll, I think the district likes to get more money in quicker, I assume, so they come up with that process.
Okay, even though we all know the assessed value would, in theory, be going up every year, I mean, just by inflationary.
Yeah, I assume it's a function of that the last number is the number more kind of where they want to be, but the school district, gets a little bit more in,
Right.
in the earlier years.
Okay, thank you, Mark. I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, is there a second? It's been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Just the two of them, right?
That's it.
Okay. Moving on to communications, Treasury Communications, Ms. Page.
Yes, I did want to communicate that we have received a draft copy of our December 31st, 2024 independent audit. We are just waiting at this point in time for the partners of the auditing firm to finish their review, and then I should be getting a final copy, and we'll hope to get them scheduled up here to do their presentation. I'm hoping at the end of the last meeting in October. So I just wanted to put that out there that it has been completed. And then also, I have a training request for myself. I am requesting approval to attend a virtual 2025 annual government gap update, and it's going to be held November 6th. This is an annual training that provides myself with education on the latest updates affecting governmental accounting and auditing. The cost is $150, and since the training is virtual, there'll be no travel costs.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the training?
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
I vote yes. I have a promotion request for the engineering department. Mr. Rodemeyer?
Yes, I am recommending approval of the promotion of Christopher Brenner to the newly created position of Lead Engineering Inspector effective October 14th, 2025, with a 3% increase to his annual salary. This would bring his annual salary to $69,049.55. Just of note, Mr. Brenner is employed with Mill Creek Township since 2007, where he began his career in the street department as he operated the township's asphalt plant. In 2022, he transferred to the engineering department, serving as an engineering inspector. In addition to his service with Mill Creek Township, Chris has served his community in various leadership roles, including as a township supervisor for Bloomfield Township and currently as a member of the Union City Area School Board. As I stated, I am recommending approval of this promotion for Mr. Brenner.
Okay, thank you. Is there a motion to approve this promotion?
So moved.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
And I vote yes. We have a transfer request for the code enforcement clerk. I can do that. That's Emily Dulesky. She is currently our clerk and receptionist, and she's going to be moving to code enforcement. Emily's been the receptionist since 2023. She'll be making a lateral transfer to code enforcement as a clerk for that department, effective October 15th. I'll make a motion to that effect for that transfer.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
And I vote yes. We have a hiring request for a streets laborer. Mr. Puda?
Thank you. The Streets Department is recommending hiring Jonah Douglas as a streets maintenance laborer. His date of hire will be October 27th of 2025. His rate of pay will be $23.92 per hour. Jonah currently works for National Fuel as a field service tech. Prior to that, he worked for USIC as a Tech 1 locator. He was an apprentice plumber with Reeves Plumbing. He also has experience with the jetter and mainline camera. In school, he took a 2-year program in construction trades. He has a Class A CDL with no restrictions. I recommend approval to hire Jonah Douglas for this position.
Okay, thank you. Is there a motion to approve this hire?
So moved.
Second.
It's moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
I vote yes. Next item is the Cato Annual Conference. Mrs. Clear, you want?
Yes, I can do it now that I'm in a quiet place. Thank you. The annual ECATO convention, ECATO stands for Erie County Association of Township Officials. It takes place this year on Thursday, October 23rd at Nick's Place in Edinburgh, PA. The convention gathers together supervisors from 38 municipalities to learn about what's happening at the local and state level. In addition, there are vendors for services that are available and presentations from various organizations, including PSAT, TCED, and other. But there will be, should be 3 supervisors attending. The cost is $28 per person. And I'm recommending that Kim Clear, Dan Olet, and Jim Bach be permitted to attend, with the total cost being for the 3 of them $84, and it would come out of the admin training budget.
Okay, is that a
So
motion?
I'll set in the form of a motion
Okay,
to approve.
very good. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
I vote yes. Executive sessions was held on September 25th. Litigation matters related to zoning hearing board appeals, code enforcement, easement dispute, state court litigation, and right to know request. Real estate matters related to parks and rec facilities. On October 2nd, personnel matters related to the administration department. On October 9th, personnel matters related to the police department and administration department. Public safety matters related to the fire department. Litigation matters related to right to know request, tax assessment settlements, ordinance enforcement, easement dispute, and state court litigation. Real estate matters related to parks and rec facilities, stormwater facilities, fire department facilities, and public works facilities. Takes us to Solicitor Communications, Attorney Shaw.
I have nothing further, thank you.
Okay. Now we move on to the Student Ambassador Report. Lucy?
Good morning. As for McDowell High School updates, homecoming weekend was a tremendous success for our school community. The parade brought together students, families, and community members in celebration, with more than 1,300 students attending our homecoming dance, one of our largest turnouts to date. October 9th, McDowell High School hosted our annual college night featuring over 60 colleges and universities. More than 200 students and families attended to learn about post-secondary options, scholarships, and academic opportunities. We are also proud to recognize Mr. Kevin O'Connor, a recipient of the Golden Apple Award, for his outstanding dedication to teaching and student success. Mr. O'Connor has been teaching for over 22 years and currently is an English teacher and our boys basketball coach. Congratulations to Mr. O'Connor. Finally, on October 13th, McDowell hosted its Year of Tech Professional Development Day for teachers, featuring our national guest speaker, Holly Clark, and a variety of workshops focused on AI integration and innovative instructional technology. This initiative reflects our ongoing commitment to equipping both staff and students with tools and skills needed for the future. Thank you.
Thank you. It's always great when the golden apple comes to Mill Creek.
Oh, yeah. He deserves it.
Congratulations to Mr. O'Connor. He's a great guy.
Thank you, Lucy. Takes us to citizens to be heard.
Good morning.
Morning.
My name is Joe Cuyava, 5431 Henderson Road. Situation has arisen recently with a new neighbor who purchased the Skabinski Picnic Grove. And just a little background, I had brain surgery a little while ago and had to go to Pittsburgh. And actually, they go through your nose and through your sinuses in order to get to the tumor that I had. Trying to be a good neighbor, my wife and I spent some time with these new people, and to our surprise, after spending a couple hours with them, thinking everything would be really good and we'd get along great, they had Bell Valley come and, without permit, burn down the dance hall. Well, didn't really bother us until someone rekindled the fire, and that fire then proceeded for 11 days straight. Went down, tried to talk with the neighbors and let them know, hey, I had surgery, it's bothering my sinuses. It was a beautiful week. We couldn't sit outside, none of the neighbors could. On Sunday, the paid fire department showed up, and they were there for maybe 3 or 4 minutes, and they left. And I thought, they couldn't have put the fire out that fast because this gentleman had dug a big pit. They loaded it up every night, and it burned all night long with nobody being there to watch it. I thought that was against the ordinance, but anyways, I digress. I have a letter from my doctors because I did run into a sinus infection, and I understand after contacting DEP that they want to burn the house down now, and possibly also the kitchen area that was alongside that. DEP then said that they would have to notify all the neighbors. I do have a letter from, like I said, from the doctors, both the ENT doctor and my surgeon that did the brain surgery, stating that, you know, it should be, and you can have, I'm going to give each of you a copy of the letter. Hopefully that if they do burn the house, and I know that they are proceeding with permits to be able to burn the house down, we all know, Dan, especially you know, I've been in the fire service myself, it won't be burnt to the ground, so I'm hoping that it doesn't rekindle and that we don't go through the same thing over and over again for 11 days. If they notify us, if it's just going to be a training day and they're done with it, my wife and I may be able to go somewhere, and it should be around wintertime, so the house will be closed up. So with that being said, again, I'll give each of you a copy so that you can give it to the fire chief. I thought maybe he'd be here today, but I hope that you'll read this and agree with me that, you know, within 6 months, I hope that we don't have any more burning, and I hope we don't have it for 11 days straight. As I told Jim earlier, my wife's brand new car had soot all over it, so coming from down below, up above, 11 days, it caused a lot of distress on me physically and then also on our vehicle. So with that being said, I guess I just put my name down here.
Okay, thank you,
And
Joe.
I'll give you guys a copy of the letter and also one for the solicitor also.
Joe, it's also my understanding that Shallon Anderson is, from our code department, is aware of the situation also, and it has been, I believe, in contact with DEP, especially regarding the house, upcoming house demolition or.
You know, trying to get along with neighbors and new neighbors and trying to make sure that, you know, you want to have peace in the neighborhood. It's just common sense. Let's not burn for 11 days straight. It's got to go, the smoke's got to go somewhere. Maybe blown that way, but I did try to contact him personally. My wife and I both went down there, and he said to me he was going to be done in 3 days. And when we went down there on the 5th day, I said, "You told me, Tom, that you were going to be done." And his wife said, "He never said that." He said, "Yeah, I did say that." So let's hope that this doesn't cause any more problems.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sir?
Good morning, Don Bates, Merrilee Drive. I would like to discuss the current township snow event ordinance. This ordinance, as it is written, is next to worthless. It should be revised before the current situation becomes any worse. According to the National Weather Service, we received 112 inches of snow last winter. No one should ever forget the Black Friday blizzard we had last year. Our streets department worked round the clock, trying their best to catch up to the snowfall. But their biggest obstacle was not the weather, it was cars parked on the street. Our current ordinance allows owners 8 hours to move their vehicles. Whoever wrote that ordinance must be a snowbird living somewhere in Florida and never went through a winter event here. 8 hours in Mill Creek in a snow event is an eternity. This should change now. Several years ago, I saw 2 cars parked directly across from each other on Merrily Drive. Neither one of them had bothered to move the snow back to the curb. Snowplow came around Amherst Road onto Merrily, could not get through because they're directly across from each other. All that poor guy could do was lay on his air horn and hope that somebody came out. Nobody came out. Nobody bothered. He had to back down Amherst and go out around. Our street didn't get plowed. I'm requesting the following changes to our snow event ordinance. Number 1, you have 1 hour to get your car off the road from when the snow begins to fall. Number 2, enforcement is a police department responsibility as the ordinance is written now, but the police department has no real authority. We need to put some teeth into this. Every patrol vehicle that passes a car parked on the road, as long as he's not on an emergency call, should stop his cruiser, get out, and write a written warning to that homeowner. Tell them to get their car off the road or it will be towed. Number 3, the township should contract with private towing companies to take care of this towing problem. A single tow and a $200 fine will probably get their attention. And number 4, and this is the most important one, this change should be promulgated. In other words, it needs to be published on social media, mainstream media, get the word out that there's a change in the law. This cannot happen anymore. You know, our township is looking more and more like the city of Erie in the wintertime. Drive through any of the subdivisions and see all the cars parked on the street. It makes it hard for our guys to do their job. The streets don't get plowed. Merrily Drive, I've called repeatedly on a certain house there. It doesn't get done. Nothing happens. The road is rutted. The plows can't get through. I urge you to step up and do what is right for the majority of us who do follow the township regulations, who do get their cars off the street when the snow starts to fly. Thank you.
Thank you. Did you sign the register, sir?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Please, thank
First
you.
time here.
Yeah.
First time caller.
Thanks for bringing this to our attention as well, sir. I appreciate that. That was one of the biggest hurdles that our street laborers had when they were plowing 24/7 last year, for sure.
Anyone else wishing to address the board?
Good morning. My name is Chris Blackman, and I live on Court Avenue, 3028. I really came to talk to the individual about what I'm here for, but as long as this meeting's here, this is a place to be because I can't seem to get an answer back. I live at, like I said, on Court Avenue, which is by Pittsburgh Avenue, and I brought to Matt Waldinger's attention about a house on 34th and Atlantic, right by my house, where they put in a huge, I mean, as big as it can get, mobile home, you know, take on a trip kind of thing. And they now have parked it right next to their home. And there was a girl in their lawn, and I said, what's going on there? And she goes, oh, we live there in that huge mobile home. Now they've put up a beautiful fence around it. And when I talked to Matt, he said he went and talked to them and had 30 days, what they were going to do. Hopefully it was going to be there anymore. And as of this morning, and I've called a week ago Friday to find out what's going on, no answer back to me in a week. And being from the telephone company, if you're on vacation, you should leave a message that you're gone. But went this morning, it's still there. There's trucks there, there's people there, there's a huge mobile home right next to the house, and there's a fence around it. Now, to me, that doesn't belong in the zoning rules. So I'd like an answer back on that one. And also brought, we want our neighborhood to be a neighborhood, not to be businesses. And one gets away with it, you're going to find another one. Here's another one. On Crescent Drive, brought it to his attention, they have a landscaping business. I think it was 1518 Crescent. It's a gray house that's there. And when I go by after my coffee in the morning, they're loading up the trucks. And I also said to him, which isn't his problem, but he could have done something about it, the cars they're going out on the trucks are parking. It's not a boulevard, but it's a little place where all the streets come to, So every day and every night, there's cars parked that were loaded up in the landscaping truck. And I gave him the name of the landscaping. Now, when he told me he went there and didn't see it, I don't know what time, it must have been after his coffee at 9 o'clock, because every morning at 7 o'clock, they are loading trucks up, and it's a business. And when I confronted the guy, he said, well, I live here too. I said, that doesn't matter. I said, this is a business you're running. You're coming there every morning, having your people load their trucks up and leaving. And to me, it's a business, and it shouldn't be in a residential area. Okay? And can I just bring up one little other thing that, I'm on a roll today. About a week or so ago, I think maybe you're familiar with a big truck, a rather new truck, caught on fire, and it was sitting in Valerio's parking lot. When I left H&K, I couldn't believe it. There's all these cars just going by, a truck on fire. And right across the street is the fire department, and nobody's stopping. I didn't see a person. I said, are they in that truck? Where are they? So I did pull over and called 911, and I told him what was going on. I said, are you familiar with this truck on fire? And he said, well, I don't know. He said, you want to talk to Mill Creek? And I said, no. So I hung up and I called the police department here and said, are you aware of a truck on fire in Valerio's parking lot? And they said, well, I don't know. And I said, well, where's Mill Creek Police? Because they're down at Westlake every morning at that time, 7 o'clock. And they said, well, we don't live next door to there. Okay, so I just left, and coming back on Westlake Road, I saw they were loading the truck, into a loader, and there was a Mill Creek policeman. I can't believe it, we're hiring people to be firemen, and there's a truck at Valerio's, just engulfed in fire and black smoke, and there's nobody there. I don't know where the person was that belonged to it, but whatever. But I would like this addressed about the two zoning things, and I'll call back. And to me, they don't look like they should be there, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay?
Okay, thank you for your comments.
When I worked for Verizon, retired from there was one rule that we had, that if we had a customer, that we had to return an answer by 24 hours. And if we didn't have an answer, you called and told that person, that you get back to them still. Where did that, you can't even get a call back in a week. I'll shut up now. Gotta do litter boxes. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to address the board?
Hey everybody,
It's good to see you again.
Morning.
Second, good morning. I'm going to start my timer so I know. My name's Ilu. You can call me Island. And I'm happy to be back here. I was a little bit late this morning because I was riding my bike, but I forgot to charge my e-bike battery, which is now charging in the corner over there, which is pretty cool. And then on the way, I saw that they were cutting down a beautiful big tree, and I wanted to find out why. So I stopped and I asked them if they could plant some more to replace it. And then I stopped to pick up glass in the bike lane. Finally, right outside of this building, I took this picture. I'm here to advocate for bike lanes throughout Mill Creek, throughout Erie. I have this really cool book my sister gave to me, and it's channeled messages from historical figures. It has nothing to do with religion, but bear with me. It reads, "Where is the house of the Lord? Where is the kingdom of heaven? The kingdom of heaven is within. Together we are the kingdom of heaven. You and I and all the people."
Island, if I could interrupt you just for a second. Can you speak up just a little bit more?
I'm sorry, yeah.
Thanks.
The kingdom of heaven is not with the mother and father above. It is here with us below. We are born of the light. We carry the light. We are the light. The light is within us. And I want to ask everyone here, because I know I'm the only person who bicycled. By the way, this is a picture of, it breaks my heart, but it's 26th Street and it's a pedestrian walking with a wagon in her left hand and what must be an 8-year-old girl in her right hand as a giant pickup truck passes by at 45 miles an hour, maybe 2.5 meters from her. I want to ask you, when you're sitting in traffic behind someone's bumper and inhaling noxious gases into your beautiful lungs, do you feel yourself to be within the kingdom of heaven? And how can you see the light of your neighbor when you're passing by them at 30 miles per hour, encapsulated in 4,000 pounds of steel and glass? I want to let you know that I love cars. I am a car guy, actually. I follow Formula One. I could probably tell you the makes and models of every single car in this parking lot just by sight, as well as all the exotics. And my favorite show of all time is Top Gear. But I've never filled up a tank of gasoline in my own vehicle because I've never owned my own vehicle. I was on 12th Street the other day because Green Garden was being worked on where the train tracks are. It's cool that there were bike lanes. But the sidewalk was so bumpy, I had to come out into the road. And it was hilarious to me because there were lines and lines and lines of cars stopping, going, accelerating, braking, in this jolting motion. And for the time that I actually spent on 12th Street, I was faster than all of them on my e-bike. I came here before, for those of you who don't know, I taped out on the ground right in front here a standard American parking square. And I just want you to know that I wasn't thinking about the parking square at that time. I wasn't thinking about the car that could fit inside of it. What I was thinking about was the people who could fit inside of that. For instance, at a cafe, sitting across from each other, talking to each other. In all age ranges and everywhere. I was on Westlake Road the other day. I got run off the road by an EMTA bus, which was empty. And it could have been he was just having a bad day, but really I pitied him because his bus was empty. There was no one riding the bus. How is it that kids living within a mile of Westlake can't ride their bike to school? How is it that I get run off the road by a bus while I'm on my bicycle in the gutter, the bike gutter, the shoulder, and there's no lines painted there to tell them that it's okay for me to be there? I really want to get on this. I know I'm at 5 minutes, but I have to ride home. I have to ride out of here. And I've never been so shook as when the bus driver deliberately pulled into the bike lane to try to spook me. Anyway, I have a cool demo for next time that I'm excited to show you. Thanks for being patient with me.
Thank you for your comments. Anyone else wishing to address the board? Hearing no one, is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion, Dan.
And I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Mrs. Clear?
Yes.
Mr. Bach?
Yes.
And I vote yes. The time is 10:21. Meeting's adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.